My name is Ryan Burke, and I just love guitars. That's why I'm traveling the whole world to try as many as I can. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum Roadcase. This episode is brought to you by Gun Street Wiring Shop. Unlock your guitar's hidden tones with an expertly crafted custom wiring harness. Mono Creators. They don't make guitars or pedals, but they do make the best designed boards and bags on the planet, so you have somewhere to put them. Tour Gear Designs and their amazingly small and flat patch cables. And Big Ear Pedals, harnessing the cosmic power of cats to transport you into a new sonic dimension. Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and today I'm at Moe's Guitars in La Mesa, California. I'm going to compare two guitars that I think are pretty damn special. I've got my own personal Hallmark Sweeptwing here. I brought it from home. And I've got a Mosrite, a real Mosrite, a Ventures model even. So anyways, these two guitars are kind of spiritual siblings in a way. The original version of Hallmark was started by a Mosrite employee and a member of the band The Ventures. And they kind of went out on their own and started making their own guitars. This is one of their designs, the Hallmark Sweeptwing. At some point in the 90s, a guy by the name of Bob Shade came along and bought the rights to the name for Hallmark because it had been long a defunct brand at that point. And he revitalized the brand with a lot of love and care and attention to the original concept. So anyways, I thought it would be fun to compare it to this 90s USA Mosrite. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They were manufacturing them in Japan for a while, and then they came home and started making some in the US for Ed Roman guitars, I'm pretty sure. So anyways, let's get into some sound comparisons. And then I'll talk about the features of each guitar and kind of, fine-tooth comb it. Right now, I'm completely dry, running into a deluxe reverb. That was the middle position. Here is the bridge. Here's the neck. Go back to the bridge and throw a little bit of reverb on it from the Surfy Bear. Maybe a lot of it of reverb. Let's see how those pickups push a little bit of drive. Neck pickup. Middle position. Drive and reverb. Neck pickup. Now we'll jump over to the Hallmark. I can't remember what I played, so it's going to be all new stuff. All right, bridge position on the Hallmark. Middle position. Neck position. Throw on that Surfy Bear reverb. Bridge position. I fudged my fingering there, just a little bit. All right, now drive. Now drive plus reverb, the way I like it. Well, I'll say right off the bat, I'm much more familiar with the feel of the Hallmark. It very, very closely resembles the Mosrite in its feel, in its vibe, in its hardware, in the sound of the pickups, but the Hallmark pushes more modern in a few ways. The biggest way, absolutely the biggest way, is the fretwork. The frets actually exist on this guitar. If you ever get a chance to pick up a Mosrite, they have these insanely flat, barely there frets. And that was the style. Mosrites were kind of this Bakersfield country pickin', super fast shreddy style guitar. And at that time, people liked these really fast speed frets, or whatever they call them. To me, as a sloppy modern player born out of the 90s, it's a little bit hard to wrap my head around these original style frets. Like I can hear the string rattling around as I hold it on the fret. It's rattling at the fret. But then somehow the note still rings true. And it's a very fast playing sort of experience. Like it takes the lightest touch. I think you can get away with the super flat frets when the guitar is actually made really well. I've played all sorts of, cheaper sort of like student model guitars of a similar era from the 60s that had those super flat style frets because they were trying to do what was available on more premium guitars, and because the necks weren't straight or the frets weren't actually done all that well, it was always a nightmare. But this is like a stylistic thing, and it's done really well, and if I spent the time playing this guitar, I would get used to it. It's certainly very playable, and it's fun to play. It's just a very, very different feel, I'll say that. Another difference is in the actual tremolo, and it's really more the spring than anything. This has a very short, smoothly loose kind of spring. I like the feel of it, but I like my wiggle stick to float out quite a bit farther than that. Like, I'm not going to be wrapping my hand around this. It's going to float down here, and I'm going to float, my fingers on it and do, gentle presses on it. I love how jumpy that is, though. I like that a lot. This one, I put a longer spring in it. It came set up more like that, but I generally feel like it's not as responsive as that Mosrite trim. It's a lot stiffer, I'll say that. And not as jumpy. Maybe I should experiment with putting the shorter spring back in. Maybe that will give me that feel. Yeah, I wish that Mosrite trim, I wish the arm floated higher off the body, but I really like the feel of the actual trim itself. Maybe I need to do something, fancy and experimental to actually break in the spring on my Hallmark. Get it lighter and more fluttery feeling. I want to do some quick back and forth with the pickups. Here's the bridge pickup on the Mosrite. neck pickup on the Hallmark. Bridge pickup. Interesting that the Mosrite pickups are darker, a little bit thuddier sounding. There's more twang and kind of bright sounds from the Hallmark versus the Mosrite. These actually are not Hallmark's version of a Mosrite pickup, by the way. This is their Hallmark pickup for the swept wing. They have pickups that are closer in design to the Mosrite style pickup. So I wonder how those would compare, if those would be closer. I'm not saying that these are better. I'm not saying that the swept wings are better, but I think I do prefer the sound of the pickups in the swept wing right now. So that makes me feel pretty good about the guitar that I own. Otherwise, I've been on a journey where I've been selling a bunch of stuff, and when I'm done, when I've made enough space, I want to buy something vintage or kind of older, something that fits my tastes. And 90s Mosrites have been on my radar, but I need to ask myself, am I okay with those frets? I'm okay with the sound of the pickups. I think those are fun. I think I could certainly get used to them and learn how to use them in my rig, even though they're slightly darker and thuddier sounding than what I'm used to from my Hallmark. I really like the trim. I mean, obviously, I love the look. It's a lot more comfortable to hold on my lap than the swept wing. The swept wing's not bad, but it is more comfortable. But it really comes down to those frets. Can I commit to having a guitar that basically is on the edge of being fretless with these super flat frets? So discuss that down below. I'm curious to know what you guys think. I'm gonna play out with this and have some fun. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon, you know the whole deal. Buy a shirt if you're naked. Click all my affiliate links. Click on the links for the sponsors if I have any in this video. And stay grounded. Bye everybody.